Before we begin, I'd just like to say, I've been told by the manager of the TV station that they've been getting a lot of letters from you people concerning my helpful hints. A lot of you people are responding, and you're writing me fan letters concerning my helpful hints. I just want to tell you that there's no reason for you to write. Please don't write to me, because I don't read your silly little letters anyway. Most of your letters are unreadable. You don't know how to read and write. They're written in crayon. They're written in a second-grade pencil. They're completely illegible, and I'm not going to waste my time trying to read your stupid little letters. I'm here to teach you something, and I want you people to sit there, you watch the TV, and you listen to what I have to say, and you listen to what I have to teach you, and don't try and respond to me. When the day comes, maybe one day in the future, it'll take a lot longer than this, but maybe one day I'll have the time and I'll be able to teach you people how to read and write. But then, until that day comes, don't even try and attempt it, because it's just very stupid and silly, and just listen to what I have to say, okay? Now.
It's our country. It's not theirs. It's not a bunch of used car dealers from Southern California. Democracy, you have to be a player.
How is cutting down on pollution a government plot, Dale?
Open up your eyes, man. They're trying to control global warming. Get it? Global.
So what?
That's code for UN commissars telling Americans what temperature it's going to be in our outdoors. I'll say let the world warm up. See what Boutros golly thinks about that. We'll grow oranges in Alaska.
These jealous snake that's on top of me are lacking in manhood. So they don't want nobody like me to live. They do their damnedest to kill me every day they get the chance, I run an underworld.
You run an underworld?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
You don't see it? I fly birds. I look out for wildlife. I'm trying to redeem my trees. I have an organization called Aqua rolling now, trying to redeem life on the planet Earth from the people that destroy it.
Tell me more about that. Who's destroying the Earth and why?
The things that we do as human beings that are accepted and called right 100 years ago have changed. Years ago, we could cut down trees and we could afford an exuberant lifestyle. We can't afford that no more. We're running out of atmosphere. We're running out of water. Our water's becoming so poisoned and so polluted, we're not going to be able to drink it. The trees are being cut down so fast. Lumber companies are just... The United States is owned by foreign corporations. Nixon opened it up for foreign trade. And when Nixon opened up for foreign trade, the people of Europe and the common market in Spain and different places, they don't care about the United States forests. And in short, the United States has been sold out by people who really don't care for anything but money. Do you really care?
When you said...
And who does care? And if anybody cares, they're considered crazy. I've been 15 years in the nut ward for trying to stop the trees from being cut down, from trying to rearrange a lifestyle of a bunch of people who don't want to change, but they're going to change because the cold wind is blowing. You're going to change, or there's going to be no life left on the planet Earth. And then there's a bunch of little people that are always trying to play act some sort of importance over the truth about what is rolling on the planet Earth now. Life is God. All life, bugs, birds, trees, everything that's alive is God. The sun is God. But we've got God, we're on a cross. We've got a dying man over here on a cross, and we're all kneeling down hoping that if we die, there's a better place somewhere else. Well, you got a whole bunch of people hoping that they die creates a hell of a big energy. And I call it a death wish. It's mother's death wish. It's when everybody's going towards dying, like the Vietnam War when they wanted to blow the world up.
And what have you got to do with God once again?
I'm just a messenger of the truth.
God's messenger?
life's messenger. We use the word God. The God hooks all the other words up. I'm the Pope. I'm 10 times the Pope. I'm 50 times the Pope. But I'm the Pope in the hills and in the mountains. I'm already out of here. This enclosure here, I'm out of here. My body's stuck here, but my thought is already gone.
When you told me you ran an underworld, is that a joke?
No. No, why would it be a joke?
It's not a joke.
No, when your word is good, it's good.
Why are you here? That's the question. Why are you here?
I am supposed to be here because it's my job. And it's all going to be on the line. And when WrestleMania is over, you're looking at the new champion.
When you have a 3x4 shaped flag, that's a boat flag. Now pay attention to the field. The field here is 3x4. That's contract. When it's square, those are military. If you have a this is a 12x17. That's a military base flag. It'll look like a contract flag, but it's really a military base flag. And this is the ones that you see on top of your courthouses, because and if they put a ball on top of the to your flagpole, they're advertising for the draft and advertising for the military. If they have a spear on top of your flagpole, it's for military court-martials. So anytime you walk into a state court and you have a spear on top of the state flag, they may take the federal flag out and just use the state flag, but you're not in the military. So they're declaring a military court-martial.
Nerve agents are the most toxic known chemical warfare agents. These organophosphates, like certain pesticides, attack the nervous system by destroying an enzyme that controls nerve cell impulses. They're generally quick-acting and require only simple chemical techniques and inexpensive, readily available ingredients to manufacture. Sarin and VX are the best-known nerve agents. Symptoms depend on dosage and whether it's inhaled or introduced through the skin. Nerve agents can also spread when a person touches the skin or clothing of another who's been exposed or consumed in contaminated liquids or foods. Signs of exposure include twitching, spasms, dilated pupils, burning eyes, dim vision, a runny nose, breathing difficulties, headaches, confusion, sweating, diarrhea, and in severe cases, respiratory arrest or heart failure. A tiny dose, for example, just 5 milligrams of VX on the skin, can cause death in minutes.
A high-tech sonic weapon.
Long-range acoustic device, or an LRAD.
We are at a point in history without precedent. A war for the world. Now many of you know that truly malevolent forces have been attacking and undermining our nation for longer than most of us have lived. They, our adversaries, have executed their monstrous plans against innocent men, women, and children. They fight with a pre-biblical barbarity, without decency and without constraint. They fight without courage and without compassion. Their war against the people is undeclared total war. It has been a traitor's war, a dirty war, a coward's war. We know only too well that unless we halt and then reverse this unrelenting attack on every aspect of our lives, we will lose everything we love and enter a period of civilizational darkness more depraved than any period in human history. We must act. We know we never fight on ground of the enemy's choosing. We must fight, but in doing so we must win the people. At every opportunity, we must stand with the people, unarmed but in uniform. Our weapon? Pure courage. We took an oath to serve our nation, and what is our nation if not the people? by our presence in uniform alongside and with the people, we are sending a powerful, unambiguous and galvanizing message that in this war for the world, we the people are united and invincible. We must demonstrate the pure courage born of love of family and love of country.
People have to understand that when you start a league like this, I mean, this is not the easiest thing to do. I mean, let's face it. So when you start a league like this, even though we have many advantages, it's not easy. You make mistakes along the way. You correct your mistakes. You focus. And you go forward in terms of brand building. And this is brand building. This is not just television programming. And that's the thing I think that a lot of people, quite frankly, miss. I mean, it's all about, 13 weeks and out or less in terms of television programming these days, especially with the attention span of a lot of the programmers on network. So, I mean, again, I think that once the affiliates understand that this is brand building, that this is not just programming. We're in it for the long run. I'm very long-range oriented in everything that we do business-wise. Shut your mouth and let me answer the question, all right? I'll be happy to answer. You got a situation that you don't know what you're talking about.
You're doing great. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks a lot.